Good evening. I'm just home from a lovely day's healing, just saying goodnight to my girls. This is Eva. Eva is beautiful, warm blood, who's been with me for quite a while now. She has her own story to tell through healing journey. Good girl. I've had the most amazing day today. Travelled through the rain and the storms to Devon, where I met some gorgeous horses and they're lovely people. One horse in particular was an absolute gentleman, very well spoken. In his 20s, been with his mother quite a long time, a number of years, and feeling him over, his energy was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Yes, he had a little bit of arthritis here and there, then who hasn't at that age? He was very matter of fact and allowed me to start healing him. I felt a little bit of heat in his shoulders, just his AGE was the word we don't mention. He's finding it quite difficult, this maturing years that he's going through, and still wants to be as young as he once was. So it doesn't always come easy to them. I scanned him over and his energy was running beautifully, and I actually began to think, well, I don't know, what am I going to do with this chap? What's he got to tell me? What's his story? So I asked him to connect with me. As he connected with me, took me on his own little journey. Absolutely beautiful. He told me how much he loved his mum, how secure he felt, and what a wonderful life he'd had. He told me a bit about mum and her health and how actually she needs to look after herself, because if she's not well, then who's going to look after him? He loves to look clean, so everybody looks at him. He has a huge presence. Healing was going as normal, absolutely beautiful, and I spent some time connecting heart to heart, really opening the doors of the energy. It was then that I had the most wonderful experience with him. There was a surge of energy. I felt this other horse come into our energy. He was the double of my friend, absolute double. I knew they were both well bred. I knew that my client had been show jumping. He showed me that. And it took a moment for me to work out what was going on. The energy of this other horse came in all around me. It was powerful, stunning, and I knew it was a horse that passed over, and obviously a horse that was connected to this very well-spoken gentleman. So I connected with that extra energy and asked, "Who are you?" And a foal came through. It's okay. And then the word twin. I am his twin. I was quite blown away by this, and I turned to his mum. I said, "I have another horse here with me." She said, "Yes." I said, "The same breeding, the same colour." And a powerful, powerful energy that's part of him, and that he tells me he was his twin. She looked at me with amazement. I said, "Yes, he was one of a twin, but the other died very young as a foal." And I said, "Well, he may have died, but he's carried on with your boy. The souls are entwined, and he has lived a life with his brother." It was beautiful, peaceful, loving. There are no words to describe this. This other energy just moved all around us as I was working, holding the peace, giving its love to its brother. It was there. It was amazing. And thankfully his mum wasn't too blown away with it all, because she knew that he did have a twin brother. And I said, well, you have two souls entwined in one here. You've had two horses all this time. And she was quite amazed at this. But it's just one of those wondrous things that can happen with the healing. When an energy comes into the space and communicates with you. And with the horse you're with. It is utterly, utterly mind-blowing. Beautiful. You know, all these horses have things to say to us. They all have the deepest of emotions. They all have the deepest of feelings. So for the horse that has just come to his new young owner, now has to believe that this can be real, this can be life, this can be fun, the connection to come together. To the young horse, who people thought was a bit naughty, actually, she needs to find herself. She needs to find her balance. She needs to find her stride. And also what she wanted was her mum to help her find it and nobody else. The connection was so, so strong. So for me, I've had the most beautiful, beautiful day. And also a beautiful end here. Tucking up my girls with a beautiful little healing energy for Eva. Good girl. Well done. Good night.